Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about the top 5 things the community wants for the next coming updates in Ghost War. Now, the first thing we're going to start off with, and keep in mind these are in no particular order, I just went ahead and made a top 5, and I'll have a couple things that I personally think should be introduced into the game at the end. But the first thing we're going to talk about is snow maps. A lot of people want the snow maps. If you go to the campaign and you go to the bottom left of your mini map, you'll see the Inca Camina province. I highly advise you guys go to the campaign, check out that bottom left province, Inca Camina, and just search around. There are a lot of places in Inca Camina that you can actually make a PvP map. A lot of people complained that the snow maps wouldn't be ideal because it's just snow, it's a flat surface, blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot of bases there. There's a lot of cartel bases. You know, if you play the Inca Camina missions, you know the first mission is a drug lord's car that you have to steal, and that base is humongous, and that would be a perfect elimination or maybe even uplink map. It would be really cool to play, and there's a whole bunch of others. Maybe we can make it a video and I'll go through like the top 5 areas in Inca Camina that could be, you know, a PvP map. And a lot of people just said when snow maps are, you know, introduced, it would be nice after that to have some more maps in general, you know, for the elimination, uplink, and hostage extraction game mode. It would be really cool to have some more maps in general. I think right now the game is kind of stale with maps when it comes to elimination and uplink. I know Hostage just got 2 new ones, but they're kind of bad. I mean, I like the changes they made to Institute, and that's probably, I'd say Garage is my first favorite. Institute's probably my second, but Institute changes that they made with the health boxes being moved and the cages being moved definitely made the map a lot better, and I really do enjoy playing them now. But Cliffside isn't too bad, but I feel like the map is just kind of wasted, so I feel like they should put the hostage cages in the middle of the map where the town is instead of all the way in the back, because that whole town is just wasted and all you get to do is just run through it. So I didn't really get the logic with that map, but hopefully they make it a little bit better. Or it would actually be like a good uplink map if you want to do uplink or elimination, something like that. But I definitely think it could be a good uplink map. And then Refinery is not too bad. It's starting to warm up to me. But I just think Refinery is just kind of a clusterfuck. I mean, there's so many places to come from, so many places to look. And, you know, while some people might find that enjoyable, a lot of people have said that they don't like it and they really hope it does get changed. I personally think, once again, that could be a good uplink maps. But we'll just have to wait and see. So snow maps and more maps in general would definitely be good. The second thing we're going to talk about is more weapons and cosmetic items. A lot of people have been begging for more weapons, and as you guys know, we just got 3 new classes, and the 2 new classes, which are the Stalker and the Gorilla, actually included 2 new weapons, which was the SR SA1 and also the FAMAS, or the G2. Now, the G2 was really, really disappointing for me. I just feel like it doesn't slap hard enough, and if you get suppressed, it's just basically game over. The thing has so much freaking kick. So hopefully they up the damage a little bit on that. But I don't think they're going to, because the fire rate is so crazy that, you know, it's kind of evened out right now. So, but that thing was really disappointing. And then the SR SA1, same thing with that. It has a lot of bullet drop. It doesn't hit hard, and I was really disappointed. So it'd be nice if they did a little bit more weapons and cosmetic items. You know, for instance, when they came out with the R4 for the tank, they came out with the MDR for the scout, the PDR for the assassin, and then they also dropped, I believe the other one was a PSG-1 for the Sentinel. That was pretty cool. So it'd be cool if they can do that for all the classes. And then, you know, with the cosmetic items, it would be really awesome if they can do more cosmetic items, because this game has so much customization, so many ways to design your character. And if you're like me, you're a sucker for cosmetic items, man. I mean, anytime they release a pack in this game for the cosmetic items and it's actually cool looking, like the skull mask, the skull balaclava, you know, you have the helicopter helmet and stuff. There's just a lot of cosmetic items that you can get. I'm a sucker for that, and I'll sit there and spend 30 minutes, an hour playing dress up with my character like a little Barbie girl, you know what I mean? So it's really cool. So it'd be good for them to bring cosmetic items, and I know a lot of people say that they want attachments. They want more attachments. They want grips. They want ACOGs. They want this and that. But you also got to remember that a lot of attachments in this game alter stats. So if you have, say, for instance, like the AK-12, right? Okay, the AK, or actually we can use like the shotgun, for example. Okay, the Spaz 12 for the assassin. You know, not the greatest shotgun, but it does hit hard when it does hit. Okay, but if you were to put like a long barrel on that, extended mags and all that, it would actually break the shotgun to the point where it'd probably be like a 2-hit kill, because now it has extra range, now it has extra damage, now it has extra accuracy. So there's a lot of things that play in when people say, oh, let's get more attachments. It would just ruin the balance of the guns, and I feel like that's why it's good that they should just focus on putting guns from the campaign to the Ghost War, because then they can, you know, figure out a nice balance in between, instead of just saying, here's a whole bunch of attachments, cut customize every gun to be OP as fuck and then run around with it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think that'd be a good idea to bring attachments, you know, just bring stock guns that have stock attachments. For instance, like the AK-12 Victory has the shift short angle grip and the holographic sight, and then you have the MK48 Wasteland that has the ACOG, which increases accuracy, and you know, so on and so forth. So that would be cool. Just keep bringing that. There's no need to introduce attachments into Ghost War, because then I would just ruin the balance of the game. As much as I know people want them, and I do too, don't get me wrong, it would just ruin the balance of the game. So the next thing we're going to talk about is a spectator mode. Now, spectator mode is highly requested by a lot of people, including me, because I think it would be cool if I could do some subscriber 1v1s or maybe some subscriber 2v2 tournaments and maybe give away a Ghost War pass or something. So it'd be really cool if the spectator mode was like a drone or something. You could kind of like, you know, kind of do it like an esports scene and kind of, you know, cast over it and everything and just fly a drone over the map and you can see all the action happening and it's just an unlimited drone. I think that'd be really cool. So that's another thing that a lot of people wanted, was a spectator mode. And if we want to go any further with this game in terms of the competitive scene with esports and all of that, hopefully in the future for year 2, then we definitely do need a spectator mode. That'd be good to have. I know Rainbow Six Siege has one. I know that, you know, For Honor and all those other games have one. So it'd be nice to see Ghost Recon get one as well. The next thing we're going to talk about is the ranked progression bar and a better ranking system in general, and also better rewards for ranked. So a lot of people right now are straying away from ranked because there is not a good balance when it comes to the ranking system. Like, the ranking system is kind of broken. You can win 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 games. You can win with a team for 5.5 hours straight and not lose a single round or game, and you won't rank up. And a lot of people are facing that dilemma, and they're getting pretty pissed off and just going back to quick play, which I can't blame you. And I actually tested this out, and I went on my buddy Super Slider's account, and he's at Gold 1, and I played with a couple buddies of mine for about 5.5, 6 hours straight. We didn't lose a single game, and he didn't rank up not once. I mean, we beat Diamonds, Elites, Platinums, Golds. I mean, we beat every single rank there possibly is in the ranked mode, and he didn't rank up at all for 5.5 or 6 hours. That's crazy, dude. So I don't understand, you know, what the logic is behind that. And then when it comes to the ranked progression bar, it'd be good to have a progression bar kind of like Siege does, because I like in Rainbow Six Siege, like I believe right now I'm like Silver 1 or Silver 2, something like that. I kind of suck at that game when it comes to rank, but you know, I'm still learning it. But it's cool to see, okay, I'm at Silver 2 right now. How much do I need to get to Silver 1? So then I know, okay, this next game I play, or these next 2 games I play is really important. If I lose this, then that means I get demoted. But if I win this, then that means I get promoted. So you know, try a little bit hard. So it'd be good, or try a little bit harder. So it would really be good if Ghost Recon actually had that system to where, okay, I'm at Diamond 2 right now, how much more do I need to Elite? And it says a progression bar at the top and says you need 15 or 25 more points in order to rank up. And it's like, okay, so this game, if I beat these guys right here that are all Diamonds and Elites, this is going to give me those 15, 25 points that I need to actually rank up to Elite, so I have to take this one pretty serious. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like a progression bar is definitely needed. And then better rewards all around for any rank. I mean, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, elite, whatever it may be, the rewards need to be better, especially for the elite players. If you climb all the way to elite, and that's another thing we'll talk about in a second, is the elite status. You know, when you climb all the way to elite, I feel like you should be gifted, you know, some kind of cosmetic item, whether it's a headset, whether it's a, you know, a hat, a gun camo, you know, a chest plate that goes over your character that has, you know, some kind of, you know, that little elite, you know, look symbol on it, that purple symbol. Would be really cool just to say, hey, listen, I made it to elite in the ranked mode. Come fuck with me. You know what I mean? And also another thing I wanted to touch on was that I feel like Elite is a little bit too low of a cap. Like, I know for Diamond and Rainbow Six Siege, you really have to grind for that thing. And I feel like when it comes to Elite and in Ghost Recon, now I'm only talking for the players that are kind of like, you know, they're kind of on the higher skill level. You know, a lot of us, you know, have no problem gaining Elite. You know, for this season, for example, I got my, I think I placed like Platinum 2, and then in the next 2 days I was Elite. You get what I'm saying? So there wasn't really much of a challenge. I was like, oh yeah, I made it to Elite. You know, now I'm going to be Elite for the next month or 2 months, and, you know, I'm going to have nothing to do. So it would be really good if we had maybe like a Master Elite or a Grandmaster Elite, something like that, that really takes a grind like the Rainbow Six Siege does from, you know, that Diamond all the way to, from the Platinum all the way to the Diamond. I'm thinking of Ghost Recon when I said that. So I just think it'd be better if we had like a Grandmaster Elite or something to really, really, really grind for that could take weeks for us to grind for. I would definitely like that. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is prestige credits. This is a huge thing. A lot of people have been requesting prestige credits to be used towards something other than the operators. As of right now, you can only use your prestige credits for the operators. For instance, the Disruptor came out. I believe that was 2,500 credits. I could be wrong on that. The next ones that come out were the Predator and Pathfinder, and those were 4,000 credits apiece. And then the new ones are 8,000 credits apiece, which is seriously insane. And a lot of people don't really like using their prestige credits on the operators, but I highly recommend, if you have the extra cash, just to buy the Ghost War Pass. It's 15 bucks, which is super cheap, and for a Ghost War Pass, and it gives you all access to all the operators and the fallen ghost weapons that came in the Ghost War thing with the R4 and the MDR and all that. You get access to those, and the Ghost War Pass is just a great purchase. So make sure you get that if you got the extra cash. But for those of you that don't, it kind of pisses you off that your prestige credits are only being used for the operators, and 8,000 prestige credits is a lot for one operator. I would be really pissed if I spent 8,000 prestige credits on, the Trapper to try him out because he looked pretty cool, and then I got him and realized he was complete shit. You know what I mean? So I hope that the prestige credits can be used maybe for weapon camos, maybe for cosmetic items. Maybe we can get some boosters with them for people that want to rank up. Just a whole bunch of stuff. The possibilities are endless, and I'm pretty sure Ubisoft will come up with something. Now, this next update, we have update 5 and 6. I believe it's new, or no, not new assignment. It's Bravo 6 and something else. I can't remember the name exactly of it. But hopefully in these next 2 updates that we get in early April, they're combined. So it's not going to be it's going to be one update, but it's going to have 2 updates in it, which is really cool. So hopefully in these next updates, these things are kind of incorporated, like, the more weapons, the prestige credits. Hopefully we get a snow map, maybe a rank progression bar, a spectator mode would be really, really great. And then 2 things I want to include that are my personal things that I like to see introduced is, one is just no level cap. I think that people that reach prestige 10, it kind of gets boring when all you have to do is just go for kills. I know me personally, when I played the Call of Duties, and I know I'm sorry to bring up Call of Duty in a Ghost Recon video, but when I played Black Ops 3, I made it to, Master Prestige, and I'm like, okay, now what? And then Black Ops 3 introduced the level 1000 grind. So then you would go every 100 levels, you would get like a new icon for your character, or not for your character, for your level, so you could show off, and it would take prestiges from like older Call of Duties, like Prestige 1. Once you reach level 100 in Black Ops 3, you can get the Prestige 1 from like Call of Duty 4, the Prestige 1 from like Black Ops 2, and so on and so forth. And you would climb through 100 through 1,000, and it would be a really big grind. But once you made it to 1,000, you felt super accomplished. But then again, you were kind of like, then, now what? But I feel like in Ghost Recon, it would work really well. And I see a lot of people are able to succeed, dudes that are level 3, 4, 500, that are just grinding nonstop, and they have a whole bunch of renown and everything, and it just looks really cool. And I like that grind. I like progression. I like working towards something. And that leads me into my next thing, is that I think another thing we could definitely use to keep us interested in the game and kind of reward us a little bit for playing is daily and weekly challenges. Now, we have the daily and weekly challenges in the campaign, but it would be nice to see the daily and weekly challenges in Ghost War. For instance, a daily challenge could be get 10 headshots in a single day, or use the Stalker class 10 times, or, divert intel 10 times with the tank class, just something simple. And then the weekly challenges could be like get 500 kills this week, or, I don't know, get 1 ace, or, just, it could be something. I don't know what it may be, win 50 matches, it could be something pretty crazy. And then the reward could be like a battle crate, or I don't know, prestige credits, or a booster. You have the choice to get something like that. Maybe for the daily challenge, it could be like, 1-day booster, maybe like a 7-day booster, something like that. And then maybe for the weekly challenge, you can get, a pack of battle crates or something. I think it would be pretty cool to have daily, weekly challenges to just add a little bit more spice to the game. But that's going to be it for me, guys. If you have any suggestions, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. I'll tag Ubisoft and Ghost Recon in this so they can listen to it as well. But I hope you guys like the suggestions that I made, and also thank you guys for the feedback that you give in the Ghost Recon streams, and on my streams, and on my comment sections, and the forums, and the Reddit posts. it is really cool to see the community and, you know, kind of speak out on what they want for the game, and, you know, for me to read it and say, oh, dude, I want that too. It's really cool. So big shout out to everybody for, you know, giving their opinions on what we should have. And I also think another good thing would be a respawn game mode. I just kind of thought of this last minute. The respawn game would be really cool. You know, something that's just casual, you could play for fun. Still an objective-based game, maybe like a hardpoint or something. If you guys ever play Call of Duty, they have hardpoint in there. You know, I feel like the maps in this PvP mode are big enough to where you could have a hardpoint mode. So basically what hardpoint is you would take one section of the map, and it's kind of like King of the Hill. Like, you'd have to capture and hold that for about a minute. Then the hardpoint changes to another side of the map. Then you have to hold that for a minute. And every second that you hold it, you gain points for your team and stuff like that. Or maybe we can do like a domination or a free-for-all. There's a lot of possibilities with this game, and I really hope they do take advantage of it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Give me your suggestions. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.